Good morning, good morning, good morning out to you. This is, of course, Relax Radio. This is the chat trap on Relax Radio. And this is the show where we trap you with the best of conversation. So, first of all, I want to say big thank you going out to every single one of you for tuning in. Thank you so much for, listening in on our conversation. It is such a pleasure to have you on board. Now, with that being said, I am Jamie. I'm going to be with you for quite some time, giving you information about every single thing that you should know. And I also will be keeping you motivated and I'll be keeping you inspired to get on with your day-to-day activities. So make sure that you keep it tuned right here on Relax Radio. And listen, I want you to join in on the conversation, okay? We'll be having some very, very interesting conversation that you should definitely be aware of, or you should definitely keep yourself informed of. So I want you to call me up. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what you're thinking, because I would absolutely love to know what exactly you are thinking. Now, the number is 07852473473. You can connect with me on that number, or very simply, you can head on over to our social media platforms and drop me a message, and I will definitely get back to you. So thank you so much for every single one of you that is tuning in. Hope you are enjoying your day so far, and hope you are being as productive as possible. But if not, I just want to remind you that it's perfectly fine. Everybody has their bad days. Everybody has days when they don't feel so great, but that's okay, because see, it's all about a process, okay? I want you to trust the process, and I want you to give it your all. Just try your best to be the best version of yourself, and that's all that matters. Now, with that being said, the next couple minutes, actually, I do want to talk about Billie Eilish. Now, okay, she has become a household name in such a short period of time, because she was this little teenager that absolutely nobody knew of, and she blew up to fame so fast, and she is actually super talented. I personally am a huge fan of Billie Eilish, but the reason I wanted to talk to you about her today is to share her views on sexual misconduct. Now, even yesterday we spoke of sexual assault, we spoke of sexual misconduct, especially with the BAFTA Awards, and I told you how actors and directors are being suspended for their allegations with regards to sexual misconduct and sexual assault. Now, today I do want to share with you what Billie Eilish has to say with regards to, sexual assault and sexual misconduct. And according to Billie Eilish, sexual assault and sexual misconduct is everywhere. Now, the reason I wanted to talk to you about this is because that is definitely a statement that I agree with, but I also want to know what you think. Do you think that a sexual misconduct is a big of a problem as it is portrayed in day-to-day life? Do you think that this needs to be addressed? Whatever it is, I will, talk to you about it, and I would love to hear your perspective on it. So all you got to do, like I told you before, is call me up on 07852473473, or simply connect with me on social media. That is Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We go as Relax Radio. Super simple. So go on right ahead. What are you waiting for? Make sure that you show us some love on our social media platforms. Now, with that being said, before we go on to the conversation, actually, I do want you to stick around for a bit, because I want to show you a video. This exactly tells you what we as Relax Radio, what we as an organization exactly does. So make sure that you check out this video coming right up. All right, thank you so much for keeping it tuned right here on Relax Radio. Now, I want to go into the conversation of Billie Eilish. Now, Billie Eilish is a singer, an amazing singer who is changing the scope of the entertainment industry, who's changing the scope of the music industry. Now, she has spoken about the pervasiveness of sexual misconduct, and she described the concept of sexual misconduct rather to be everywhere. Now, in an interview, this exactly happened with an interview with Vogue, and she said that she doesn't know one girl or woman who hasn't had a weird experience or a really, really bad experience. Now, if you are a social person, if you hang out with other people, especially with girls, that statement, I think, is something that a lot of us can resonate with, right? Because almost all of us, if you were a girl, if you were a woman, you've had some sort of bad experience, you've had some sort of weird experience. And yeah, just like Billie Eilish says, I actually don't know a single woman or a single girl that hasn't gone through a weird encounter, or something where she's really uncomfortable with, or a really, really bad experience. Now, she also says men too, especially young boys, are taken advantage of very constantly, which again is something I absolutely agree with. Now, she says, Billie Eilish actually, she opened up for the first time in this interview. She says that she went through a lot as a child with regards to taken advantage of, and she has had a lot of experiences that she doesn't want to talk about because it's a very traumatic experience for her. But she says that that experience that she had growing up as a child, as a little girl, has definitely designed the path that she takes today. Now, the reason that I wanted to talk about this is also because, see, she says that the reason why she constantly changes the color of her hair, or she dresses the way she does, or she carries the way she does, is because of the fact that because of everything she went through as a child. She says she was objectified quite often, and she says, see, one thing that I absolutely love about Billie Eilish is the fact that she is so strong. So, if you know Billie Eilish, you know that she has a very different sense of style. She always wears baggy clothes. She loves to, wear a big T-shirt and boy shorts, and that's just her style. Now, she said the reason she does that is because she absolutely loves, or rather, she does not like too much attention on herself, especially on her body, just because of everything that she has gone through. So Eilish's previous baggy style of dress has often been hailed as refreshing when compared with that of other famous women who essentially don't wear or don't dress the way Billie Eilish does. But Eilish told the magazines, rather, or she, came out to the public, and she said that her dress sense was more about the onlookers' issues than her. So recently, if you do know, she released a new song, an amazing song with an amazing soundtrack, with an amazing video, and this essentially shows very different sense of style. Right, Billie Eilish has dressed very differently, to say the least, and a lot of people had so much to say about it. And she says that she actually had such a hard time with everybody out there in the world, all her fans that were slut shaming her, which I believe is something that absolutely is not right, because it is her body at the end of the day, and she can absolutely dress whichever way she wants. But one thing that we can all agree to is that Billie Eilish is an absolutely amazing singer. So that's why I just wanted to talk to you about experiences in life, especially what we face as children, help us, or decide the path we take as an adult. So it's super important that our children are safe, but it's super important that every single one of us, boy or girl, that we are comfortable in our own skin. And I guess media has a huge role to play in this, being comfortable with your own body, because we are portrayed images of this one beauty standard, or the media has created, social media per se has created this standard of beauty that is absolutely unrealistic. So for every single one of you that is listening in, just like what Billie Eilish said, I want to remind you, at the end of the day, it is your body, it is absolutely your choice. And make sure that you start teaching young children, especially, because the only way we can break this cycle of misconduct, especially sexual misconduct, the only way we can break this very traumatic cycle is by ensuring that we teach the next generation. So instead of teaching our daughters to be constantly on the look and to be constantly aware, let's start teaching all children, not just boys. Let's just start teaching all children how important it is to respect. So that is one thing I just wanted to, share with you. It doesn't matter if you're not a parent; that's perfectly fine. You obviously encounter children at some point in your life, or or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's children, even if it's grown-ups. Make sure that you share the message of respect, and you teach people that at the end of the day, respect towards each other is absolutely crucial and is critical to, live in the society that we do, to better the society that we live in. So make sure that you respect one another, and just remember that it is your body at the end of the day, and you can absolutely do with it what you want, and don't let society decide, what you want to do with your body. Just like how Billie Eilish says, she's definitely somebody we can look up to. Dress the way you want to. Forget about these unrealistic standards that society and social media have set upon us, because at the end of the day, it's just that, right? Unrealistic. So embrace the person you are. You are beautiful because you are unique, and that's what makes you beautiful. That's what makes you amazing. So just remember that, and make sure that you keep it tuned right here on Relax Radio. But before I go, I do want to give a big shout out to our sponsors. All right, with that being said, let's get back into some more conversation, but make sure that you keep it tuned right here on Relax Radio.